to the K. And no, I never play. I gotta get my pay so that I can see a brighter day. That's why I'm touring, on the road whoring, evading all these bitches that be constantly swarming. And global warming, couldn't stop that. In the drop lack, with the seat way back. Tilt on my hat, jack in my slacks. Got a dime in the front and a friend in the back. Both on my sack, but I'm all about my money. She says she wants to marry, and I think that's really funny. Won't play me for a dummy, had me broke down and bummy. Got that hunger in my heart and deep down in my tummy. Touring, doing shows, pouring, doing hoes. Mackin's on a mission in every town that we go. And man, she can blow and make her body roll. Suck the bend out of a river, but she keeps it hidden though. Whorin and touring, touring. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Kitties, titties, cities, cities. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Drinks pouring, whoring and touring, touring. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Mackin, pretty, bitties, bitties. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? This here broad just ain't no fun. Won't give it up and wants all my funds. Can't get none of mine. Stop wasting my time. Get your ass back in line. You might think that you're fine, but I've seen better. Some do chase her, but I don't sweat her. Never would let her get her hooks in my back. Dig around in my pocket and spend all my cash. Don't want none of that. I'm going home with my stack. Making money on the road, laying down another track. Yeah, that's a fact, man, they call me the M.A.K. Cause money always knows that you can't change a batch. Yeah, you can't change a batch. No, you can't change a batch. Don't get hooked on the snatch. Just keep your eyes on the scratch. Whorin and touring, touring. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Dough, hoes, flows. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Drinks pouring, whoring and touring, touring. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Popos, shows, and grow. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? I'm a HustleHolik, said it from the beginning. Mashing down the street with the hubcap spinning. One day y'all be winning, might as well start now. Taking trips down to Phoenix just to rock another crowd. Get a couple thou wow and hit right back to Vegas. A few boss players smoking Garcia Vegas. We always do it major, women come in different flavors. Stay kicking up dust, running over all these haters. Groupies come in flocks like a crackhead to a rock. Give it on up and make the booty pop. On the last stop of the HustleHolik tour. Having a whore, begging for more, taking her home, making her sore, leaving a bitch poor on a money-making mission. Give your ass a listen, roll a sweet and pay attention. The paper's what I'm getting, the game is what I'm spitting. Tour bus pimping, no, did I forget to mention? Whorin and touring. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Nips, hips, lips. Why don't you give it on up, give it on up? Drinks pouring,